Hello and welcome to this Master Unity Android Game Development course. Thank you so much for taking this course. In this course, you will learn about Android game development with Unity in just 30 days. And in the process, you will build 15 plus games. So before we get started, let's take a look at the course so that we can see what you're going to be learning. Now we will get started by installing the latest version of Unity. Then you will build your first Android game in just 10 minutes. Okay. After that, you will build another 2D tap shooting Android game. Then you will build multiple different Android projects. Before that, here I have a C# scripting crash course section. So if you are new to C# scripting for Unity game development, check out these sections. Otherwise, you can skip these parts and go to the next part. Here you will also get some coding exercises. You can solve these coding exercises and practice your skills that you have learned. Once you have done that, then you will build some 3D dodging games where you will be controlling the player by touching on your mobile device. Then you will build some carrot collector game. Then this is the best section. Here you will learn to build a 3D ninja runner game, and you will learn how to implement different touch controls, how to run the game on mobile device, how to make the ninja run and dodge obstacles and add game music and all those things. Other than that, here you will learn a rollerball coin collecting game. Here you will control the ball by touch joystick on your mobile device. Then you will build multiple different 2D and 3D games, and you will go through a fun adventure where you will build multiple games. Here you're going to build a 2D egg catching game, and then you're going to build a 3D zigzag runner game. So this is all about the course. I hope you're really excited to start the course. But before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about myself so that we can get to know about each other. My name is Raja and I'm the founder of Charger Games, and I have been teaching Unity game development here on Udemy. And as you can see here, I have multiple different best-selling courses, and I've been teaching on Udemy for about 8 years. And here I have multiple different courses. Also, I'm making videos on my YouTube channel Charger Games for over 10 years now. So here I have multiple videos with million plus views, 100k plus views, and all those popular videos I have created over the years. So I really love teaching and learning as well. So in this course, I will try to show you all these things and explain to you in the simplest possible way. So thank you so much. I hope you're really excited to learn with me. So let's get started and start learning Android game development with Unity. Hi everyone, this is Raja from Charger Games and welcome back to this video. So in this video, we're going to learn how we can install and set up Unity and the latest version of Unity, that is Unity 6. So let's get started. So in order to go ahead and download Unity, first of all, you can go to Google and simply search for download Unity. And from there, you can go ahead and click on the very first link that comes up and it will take you to the download page. Okay. Or you can go to the unity.com website and make sure you create a new account. And after that, you can go to these products. From here, click on this Unity engine. Then it will take you to this page. And then you can simply click on this Get Started button. After that, it will take you to this plans and pricing page. From here, choose the Unity Personal, which is free, and simply click on this Download Now button. And then it will take you to this page. And from here, you can simply click on this download button and it will download something called Unity Hub. Now, Unity Hub helps you to download and install all the different versions of Unity and all the components of the Unity game engine very, very easily. Okay, so once you have done that, simply click on this download and it will go ahead and download the Unity Hub for you. Now let me go ahead and click on this download button and you will see Unity Hub will start downloading. Now in my case, I have already downloaded and set up Unity Hub. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Unity Hub to show you how everything works. So let's go ahead and open up the Unity Hub. So as you can see, this is how Unity Hub looks like. You can go ahead and make it full screen as well, but I like it like this. Alright, now as you can see here, we have many different tabs. The projects tab and installs tabs are the most important things, and we're going to look at them one by one. But before that, you can simply click on this gear icon, which is the preferences button. And if you click that, you will see that on the projects tab, you can choose the default location where you can save all your Unity projects. Okay. Also from the installs tab, you can select the location where you can save all of your Unity installs. So if there's a specific folder where you want to install all the Unity versions, you can go ahead and choose that from here. And from the appearances, you can choose either light or dark version. And from the license, you will need a personal license, which is free to get started with Unity. So simply click on this add button, give some details, and you will get a free personal license. Once you have done that, now it's time to install. So let's go to this installs button. And as you can see here, we have many different tabs. Here we have the official releases, pre-releases, and all that. So what we're going to do is we can simply click on this install editor button. And now it will give us three different options. From the official releases, we can download the latest official release. From the pre-releases, we can download any beta version that is available right now. And from the archive, we can go ahead and download any old version of Unity if we need that for our project. Okay. Now you are going to download the official release in most of the cases. And also if you're creating a project which you're going to maintain for a long time, let's say 2 or 3 years, in that case it is recommended to download this long-term support version, because Unity gives support to these versions for longer time, because Unity comes up with a new version every now and then. So if you want to use the same version for over the years, you should always use these LTS versions. Okay. So once you have chosen the version that you want to install, simply click on this install button. And now from here, you need to select the components that you want to install. Now, first of all, you need this Microsoft Visual Studio, which is the default code editor for Unity. Now, in my case, this is already installed, and that is why it is not showing any check mark. But in your case, you need to install this to start coding in Unity. Alright, then from the platforms, if you want to build your games for the Android platform, make sure to check this Android build support, OpenJDK, Android SDK, NDK tools, all of these things. Otherwise, you will not be able to build your games for this Android platform. If you want to build for iOS, select this iOS build. If you want to build for other platforms, choose that from here. And if you want to publish your games on the web, make sure to download this WebGL build support. And this is very, very useful to publish your games on the web. Okay, once you've done that, if you want to install the documentation, you can do that, but it is not recommended because you can always access the documentation online from the Unity docs website. So once you have selected all these things, all the components that is required, simply click on this continue button, and then you can simply click on this I have written agree without reading or agreeing anything, and then simply click on install, and it will go ahead and install the Unity version and all the components one by one. Okay, so once you have go ahead and installed all these components, now it's time to create our new project. So now let's go to this projects tab, and from here you can start creating a new project. So you can click on this new project option, and from the top, as you can see here, you can choose the version of the editor that you want to use for this project. So as you can see, this version I can use this version, I can use any other older version as well. So anything that is required for this project. Now, if you take a look at the older versions, you will see that if you want to create a 2D or a 3D project, you need to choose this 2D built-in render pipeline and 3D built-in render pipeline, which is the default version. But in case of Unity 6, if you select that, you will see that here you have the universal 2D and the universal 3D is the default render pipeline for creating a new project. So if you want to use the built-in render pipeline, you can simply go ahead and select this one and download them from here. In my case, I have already downloaded them, so that is why they are showing here. But in your case, here you will have a download button like this. You can simply click on that and download this 2D built-in render pipeline or 3D built-in render pipeline options. So now let's go ahead and create a new 2D project to show you the whole process. So let's go ahead and select this 2D built-in render pipeline, and then from the project name, let's select a name like project test. And from here, you can select the location where you want to save the project, and then you can connect to the Unity cloud, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to disable it, and then simply click on create new project, and it will go ahead and create a new project for you. So let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see, Unity is creating a new project for us, and once it's done, it will open up the project for us on the Unity editor. Alright, so here as you can see, we have a new empty Unity 2D project opened, and this is how it looks like. Now in your case, the layout is probably this default view. So if you want to change this layout, you can simply go to this top right corner. From the default, simply use this 2x3 layout. So this is how an empty 2D Unity project looks like. So thank you so much for watching. That's it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed and learned a lot of new things. We have learned how to install and set up Unity correctly and how we can create a new 2D or 3D project. So thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and install and set up Unity, and from the next videos we can start building games with Unity. So this is Raja from Charger Games, and I'm going to see you in the next video very soon. Hi everyone, this is Raja from Charger Games, and welcome back to this video. So in this video, let's learn how we can set up Unity to start building games for Android. So before we can start building for Android, there are a few things that we need to do. So let's get started and check out how we can do that. So first of all, you need to go to Unity Hub, go to Installs, and if you are adding a new version of Unity, make sure you click on this Install Editor. Click on Install on the version that you want to install, and after that make sure this Android build support, OpenJDK, Android SDK NDK tools, all of these three things are selected. Okay, only then you will be able to build for Android. Then click on continue and install these things. And if you already have Unity installed, then you can simply click on this gear icon, click on add modules, and from here make sure this Android build support, OpenJDK, Android SDK NDK tools are checked, and then you can install these things from here as well. So once you have installed all these three things, now you are ready to build for Android. Now let's go back to our Unity. Now in order to convert this project to Android, first of all go to File, and from here you can go to this Build Profiles. Okay, and if you are in older versions of Unity, you can go to Build Settings. From here, as you can see, Windows is set as our current active platform. From here I'm going to select this Android, and from here I'm going to simply click on this Switch Platform. So once I click on this Switch Platform, our current platform will be switched to Android. So let's click on this Switch Platform. Alright, so now as you can see, Android is active. That means our current build target or build platform is set to Android. And on the top, as you can see, Android is written here as well. That means our current platform is currently Android. So now we are finally ready to build our game for Android. So now from here you can select any of the mobile supported or Android supported resolutions. Let's select this 16:9 portrait, or you can select this other 16:9 landscape, any kind of mobile resolution or Android type of resolution that you want. You can use the 16:9 portrait if you want to. So now as you can see, we can select these Android specific resolutions, and now we are ready to build our games for Android. Okay. Also, if you want to test your games in the simulator, you can go to this window, General, and from here go to this device simulator. So from here you can check how your game is looking in different kind of mobile devices. Here you can select this Google Pixel 5 or other Android devices as well, and check how your game is actually looking in the real simulator. If you don't have the simulator installed, you can go to this window, go to Package Manager, from here go to Unity Registry, and here you can search for Device Simulator. And as you can see, this is the device simulator, and make sure this device simulator has been installed on your Unity packages. Okay, so once you have done that, now you'll be ready to use this device simulator. Alright, so with that done, now you are ready to build your games for Android and start building for Android. So thank you so much for watching. This is Raja from Charger Games, and I'm going to see you in another video very soon. Hi everyone, this is Raja from Charger Games, and welcome back to this video. So in this video, we're going to learn how to create your very first C# script in Unity. So let's get started. So first of all, here inside the assets folder, we're going to create our very first script. Now before this, if you are not in this layout, from the top right corner, simply select this 2x3 layout, and now you will be good to go. Now inside the assets folder, I'm going to right click, create a new folder, and I'm going to name this one scripts. So inside the scripts folder, we're going to save all of our scripts. Okay. So now inside the scripts folder, I'm going to go here and right click, create. And from here, I'm going to go to this scripting option. And from here, as you can see, we have many different options. You can create empty C# script, you can create scriptable object, and mono behavior script. Now in Unity, if you want to use the Unity specific functions, which are going to be used in most of the cases, we're going to use this mono behavior script in that case. Okay. So most of the times you are going to use this mono behavior script. This is new in Unity 6, so that is why I'm sharing it with you. So create a new mono behavior script, and now I'm going to name this one, let's say test, and this will be our test script. And as you can see, this is an empty mono behavior test script. Now the same way, if you want to create an empty script, you can right click, create, and from here go to scripting, and from here create a new empty C# script. Let's name it test. So it has been named test1 because this is our new empty C# script. So now let's go ahead and check out how we can add the script to any game object. So from here, let's go and create a new 2D object, sprite, and let's create a new square. So here we have a new sprite square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this script to this square. So first of all, let's check how we can add the test script to this square. So let's drag and drop the test script to this square, and as you can see now the test script has been attached to the square. There's another way to do it. Let's go and remove it. I'm going to go to add component. From there I'm going to go to scripts, and from here I'm going to select this test script. So now as you can see, this way as well the test script has been attached to this square game object. Now if I want to add this test1 script, let's try that. If I drag and drop it, as you can see, it says that we cannot add this test1 script because it is not a mono behavior script. Okay, so if you want to attach any script to a Unity game object, make sure it is a mono behavior script and not an empty C# script. Okay, so once you have done that, now we can simply double click to start editing the code in Visual Studio. So let's go and double click it. Alright, so here as you can see, our test script has opened up in Visual Studio. Okay, so let's write our very first code. Inside the start function, let's write destroy game object. So this will go ahead and destroy our game object with which the script is attached. Okay, so once you have done that, simply press Ctrl S or go to file and click on save and save the script. Now we can go back to Unity, and now as you can see, the test script is attached to the square. So now let me go ahead and click on play. 3, 2, 1, play. And as you can see, as soon as I click on play, the square gets destroyed. So this way we have learned how we can create our very first mono behavior script, how we can attach to our game object, and we have learned how we can attach it to a game object by using 2 different methods, and we have learned how we can open up the script in Visual Studio and start writing our code. And in your case, if Visual Studio is not opening, you can simply go to this edit, preferences, external tools, and from the external script editor, make sure Visual Studio is selected. Okay, so this is it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed and learned how to create your very first script. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you in another video very soon. Hello and welcome to this video. So in this video, we're going to download and install Unity. So let's get started. So in order to download Unity, you can go to this unity.com/download, or you can go to Google and simply search for download Unity and simply go to the first link, and from there you can download Unity. So from here, you need to create an account. If you don't have a Unity account before, you need that account for downloading and also for getting your license. And from there, you can get a free Unity license. Then you can simply go ahead and download for Windows or Mac. And after that, you need to install the Unity Hub. So once you have done that, the Unity Hub will be installed. Once you have installed the Unity Hub, simply go ahead and launch it. As you can see here, I have the Unity Hub installed and launched, and this is the new Unity Hub. So from there, you need to go to this Installs tab, and here you will have all the versions of Unity that are installed on your computer. So from there, you need to go to this Install Editor tab, and here you will see all the versions of Unity that are available to install. Here as you can see, something called LTS or long-term support. So if you are building a long project, then you need to use some of these versions that will be available for a long time, and they will be supported by Unity for long. Otherwise, you can use the latest released version here, or you can go to this pre-release and from here install the latest beta versions. So as you can see here, from here you can install the latest beta version. So you can go ahead and click on install, and now here you need to install the components that are required for your game. So Visual Studio is really required because that's what we're going to use for coding our games. As you can see, in my case, this has been already installed. That is why I don't have to check anything here. But in your case, you need to check it here. Then if you want to build your games for Android, then you need to check this Android build support and make sure that OpenJDK, Android SDK, NDK tools, all these things are also checked. If you want to build for iOS, then you can simply click on this iOS build. If you want to build for WebGL, then you need to check this WebGL build support as well. Alright, so once you have done that, simply click on continue, and then these things will be installed. Also, another thing you need to check is that from here, if you click on these settings, from here you can actually check where your installs are saved. As you can see inside this installs tab, here you can choose where all your Unity installs will be saved. So from here you can change the location. So once you have done that, Unity will be installed, and then you are finally ready to start your new project. So this way you can go ahead and download Unity, and then we are ready to start building games. Hi, this is Raja and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix the auto completion problem in Visual Studio when working with Unity. Now, a lot of you have faced this problem at some point of time, and I keep receiving this message, this comment in different videos of mine that auto completion doesn't work. So in my case, as you can see, if I write transform dot, you will see I can see all the functions inside this class. If I write rigid body, I can already get suggestions, but in your case you might not get these suggestions, and that's the problem you have to fix. So let me show you how to do it. So first of all, you should have Visual Studio installed, of course, and you should have Unity installed, of course. As you can see, in my case, Unity is installed. So if auto completion doesn't work, it doesn't matter, but you should have Unity installed. Now you're going to open up the Visual Studio, go to Tools, get Tools and Features, and yes. Now from this Tools and Features tab, you have to install one feature that will fix all the problems. Now in your case, it might check for updates and you might have to update something, but I'm not going to go ahead and update anything right now because I'm going to go to download it directly. So you can go down below, and as you can see in the mobile and gaming section, I have this game development with Unity feature right here. So in my case, as you can see, a tick mark is here. That means it is installed already, but in your case, it is probably not installed, and that's why you are facing the problem. So you can simply select it, and as you can see, in your case, this optional will be selected in the beginning as well. But since you have Unity installed from before, you can simply uncheck it. You only need this option. Then you can simply go ahead and click on modify. As you can see, in my case, it is saying close because I already have this downloaded, but in your case, it will say modify. So once you click on modify, it will go ahead and install it. And before that, it will ask you to close your Visual Studio and save the project. Okay. So you can simply save the project, close Visual Studio, and click on modify to update your Visual Studio and install these Unity tools. Okay. So once you have done, you need to do one more step. Once you have that Unity 2D plugin installed, now you need to go back to Unity, and from here you need to go to Edit, Preferences, External Tools, this External Tools part, and as you can see, in my case, in the External Script Editor, Visual Studio Community 2017 is already selected. So in your case, after you have installed the tools, you will get the option to select this one. So you can simply go ahead and select this one, and now Visual Studio is selected as your default code editor. So now it doesn't matter whatever you do, all your code will work and all the auto completion will work. And if it still doesn't work, you can simply click on browse and browse the folder where you have this Visual Studio installed and select the Visual Studio file so that it gets selected as your default code editor. So this is all you need to do to make Visual Studio work with Unity and fix all your problems. So I hope after this video all your problems will be solved, because I was receiving a lot of messages about this, that the auto completion is not working. So go ahead and do these steps, and I'm sure that your problems will be solved. So thank you so much for watching this video. This is Raja, and I hope you really enjoyed and this video helped some of you. So thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you with a new video soon.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss any update.